Hello everybody, my name is Melissa from Melissa's Mini Wereld, designer of the Laserville kits, the Doll's House kits, and today I'm going to try to make a workshop with... Today we're going to make the workshop of this chair. This is the AN 9210 or the 9410. This is the 12 scale. And this is what we are going to make, but the 12 scale I've already finished. But today we're going to make the 24th scale. As you can see, these are the parts in the kit. It's not that much, but you have to make sure that you're very careful making the chair of the table, because it's cardboard, and if you squeeze it too hard, it's going to break. The first thing that's very important for you to do is to clean all the parts. I clean all my parts with a brush. If I do that, then every part of the laser machine is coming off. I'm doing this because later on, when I want to glue it, or want to paint it, it will get in the way and it won't be that nice. So that is why I clean it with a brush. I do it with every part. It's not that difficult to do. Just go lightly up on it. You can also use a dry cloth. It's what you prefer, but don't push it, don't press it too hard, because it will break. This is what is coming off, and that is very important. That's why I'm doing it. So first I'm going to clean everything. Okay. Most of the time I use tacky glue. This is one kind of tacky glue you can use, but there is also the original in the brown bottle. Yeah, there it comes. Okay. The first thing I'm going to glue is a piece of the leg. You can see two holes in here. I take a toothpick, or how you call it, take a bit of glue and put it in here. Then I take the two small parts, the two round parts, and put it in there. As you can see, it's a bit small in 24 scale, so I'm doing it very easy. When you have done that, you leave it to dry a bit. With cardboard it will dry fast, so okay. After you have done that, you will glue the other leg on. You take just the other side. Here it is. You glue that on too. Make sure it's everything is straight. Now you have this. I'm going to glue the other leg also. I will be back right in a few minutes. Hold on. Well, I'm back and I've glued all 4 legs on the table. I must say it is the most difficult part of the whole kit. You have to do this gently and full of patience, but this is it. The next thing you have to glue is this one. And it's not totally dry yet, but I do that on purpose because I can put the legs a little bit wider. So first I take another bit of glue. And there is also here a little hole in every leg. And what you do is put some glue in there. In every leg you do that. Not too much and not too less. Something like that. And then you take this round object, this one, and you press it between them into the gaps like this. This is how it looks like then. I still have to put them all good and together. And make sure everything is straight. And we put it inside right now, but this is what you made of it. The next step what you're going to do is take those round objects and glue them together. This is what we are going to do. You take the thinnest one, and you take the glue and you glue it all around. This is why I use this tacky glue, because it has a small point, so you don't use too much glue. And you take the other round object and you glue it right onto it. And make sure that all the glue on the edges is gone. And it's all flattened. Piece of glue you still see. You can see it later on when you paint it. So, well, this is it. And you leave also this to dry. Now we have this one. This is the piece of glass. First thing you do is get to remove this. This is the back of the mirror. And this is what it looks like right now. As you can see, you can't see that many of what I have engraved in there. And to make it look better, I have a very simple technique. But first I have to get my white paint, so I'll be back. Hold on. This is white paint. I used Eileen's, but you can use every acrylic paint if you like, but it has to be white. First you make sure that the engraving is on top, because else it won't work. And you take a piece of cloth and the white paint, and it's very easy. First you take a little piece of white paint, just a bit, not too many, and then you wrap it all over the glass like this. That's it, all you have to do. Don't use any water with the acrylic, just pure acrylic paint. And when you have done that, you take a new piece of cloth and you wrap it out. Make sure it is dry, not wet. Well, make sure the edges are also clean from paint, because acrylic dries fast, so make sure it is all gone. Okay. I'm going to clean the edges later on, but this is how it is now. As you can see, it is a lot different than the first time, because now I have used white acrylic to make it look better. As you can see, looks nice, huh? When the table is dry, we're going to paint it, and I use acrylic. This is caramel candy. Why I use the light brown, it's because I don't want it to get too dark, because when you use a dark brown acrylic first, then it's going to be mahogany or whatever. So I'm using a light one. And now I'm going to paint the table. It takes some time to do it, but it will work out just perfectly. And I'm not a very patient painter, but I'm doing the best I can. And don't use any water with the acrylic, just pure acrylic, because if you use water, the table gets a different size and it will get soft, and that is not what it has to be, what it's going to be. So well, I'm going to finish this table, and I will be right back for the next step. Well, I have finished painting. As you can see, all the burn effects on the cardboard is gone, so you don't have to bother anymore with that. But when the acrylic is dry, I use stain. I'm going to open it. Here it is. So I'm going to start painting it. And as I say, the first layer is light. I'm going to finish this first layer, and I will be back later on. Well, as you can see, I've painted the first layer, and now what we can do is put a little thicker layer on the table. So I will do that. Why? Because it's getting darker the more layers you use, the darker it's going to be. because I told you I'm not a very patient painter, I use a hair dryer to make sure it dries faster than when you leave it to dry in the air. So when I'm done with this layer, I'm going to use my air dryer to get it to dry fast. As you can see, it's going to be darker and it's going to look like wood. So when I'm finished this one layer, I will be back to you. Well, my painting is done. This is how it looks like with the second thick layer, and it is finished and it looks like wood, as you can see. And the last thing you do is put this one on top of the table. You can glue it or you can lay it in there. It's what you like, what you need, but this is the table finally. And when I put them together, you can see this is the 12 scale and this is the 24 scale. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and well, see you next time for a new one. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, you can find my shop at the bottom of this movie. Bye.